Today we're going to be having a look at these Christmas lights, and this is another special set of lights to me. This is the second set of lights I ever bought. Let's have a look at them. I bought these lights in about 91 or 92. They were from a local discount shop. That's when high streets had such things. They're all but dead these days. There are still some available. Every town used to have a discount shop where you could go in, you could buy a little bit of everything. You could buy hair clips, cleaning products, dishes, plates. There was stuff hanging from the ceiling in this particular shop. And in the window, they were selling sets of Christmas lights. And this particular set was out on display in a plain white box with no lid. They were on. Some shops used to do that. They used to have the lights in the box all on just so you could see what they looked like. And I asked if I could have a set of these, and they said that is the only set they have, but if you want them you can have them, but they are used. I'm like, yeah, I want them. And they were £3. I think they were priced at £5, but I got them for free. I also got some foil hanging decorations as well. Absolutely no idea who made these. I'd go for the archive, but Pickwick style lights are few and far between. They were quite mass produced. But these lights are part of the wave of really cheap lights that came from overseas. Poundland in particular used to have similar set of lights to these, not with shades, but plain bulbs. And you could usually tell with the red ones were particularly faded and badly painted. This one's not too bad. But for example, of what kind of bulbs they had, got this Dancon card, which I got from a hardware shop a few years ago. I went round a lot of shops a long time ago, small independent electrical outlets and hardware stores, and I tried to get as many spare lights as I could. These ones are 6-volt push-in bulbs. Dancon used to sell things like this, and there were other companies that had similar writing. They were probably all by the same companies, and they're these lights, these bulbs. I'll go through the ones in the lights so you can have a better look. They are very easy to remove from the lights. They are push in, but they've got like a conical base here, and it's a really smooth plastic. It's a cheap smooth plastic. And the ones from Poundland were particularly bad. They were also notorious for not being able to swap the bases around. You can see here there's a lot of glue holding it in place. But these bulb holders were really nasty. These ones aren't too bad, but some of the same design that were in the Poundland lights were awful. And the problem is, because the plastic is so shiny, it makes them very loose in the bulb holder. You can put them in, but with very little force, they can come out. You see that? Push that all the way in, and it just comes out easy. And on the Poundland ones, because I remember buying a set of all red lights, they came with a free plug, which was great, but the bulbs were awful quality, and the bulbs used to fall out of these lights. If anybody else had experienced those kind of lights from Poundland, let us know in the comments below. But these ones aren't too bad, because the actual shade, when it goes on, it kind of squeezes the bulb holder and holds the bulbs in place. But if you had shadeless ones, they were notorious for the bulbs coming out. As for the shades, they are Pickwick style, which is this. These were very mass produced by the likes of Noma and Abbey, Woolworth, Winfield. We've got this nice spike design, which is part of the diamonds on the inside of the shade on the cup. They're all on the inside. Smooth, no retaining ring, just push fit, very simple. And these ones in particular had some interesting colour variations. Put that shade back on there. Unusually, they didn't have the normal colours of yellow, red, blue, green, pink. They had the red, they had the blue, they had like a yellow orange, they had green, and they had pink, but they also had yellow as well. And this yellow is a very luminous yellow, very vibrant luminous yellow. You could probably put green bulbs in these and it'd look just as good. A lot of these bulbs are original. I'm just having a look around to see if I can see what's not original. This blue one is not original. This fuse bulb is not original, which isn't unusual. Fuse bulbs did go a lot. This one looks like it needs a bit of work. That's been replaced at some point. Again, because you struggle to swap the bases around on these, so finding a bulb that fits in the bulb holders can be quite difficult. A lot of these probably ended up in the bin, but a lot of the bulbs are original. These yellow ones are original, and the orange. The greens, the blues and the pinks have been touched up with bulb paint, and a couple of these red ones have as well. So just some light maintenance over 10 years ago. They came with a plug, Dillamere to yellow plug, D&H Hardware. That is not the name of the shop I bought them from. Came with a plug, a nice yellow plug, 50p, made in England, British standard mark 1363A for 250 volts, 13 amps. It marks the terminals, which is nice, but it doesn't have the plastic protection on the live and neutral pins, so you can kind of age it from that. No idea why this plug was on this satellite in a completely different shop. Maybe they bought a load of them and got a discount, but I do know that this discount shop I bought them from used to sell white plugs, black plugs, red plugs and yellow plugs. The red plugs, I don't think they were supposed to be sold because I believe they're for hospital use only, but it was a free plug. The other lights didn't come with plugs. Now, one of the main reasons I wanted to show these, aside from the fact that it's the second set of lights I ever bought, but they need a little bit of work. Tried to put them up this year around a window and they were intermittent and kept going off. I'm going to suspect our issue is this white bulb here. So let's have a little look. And even that bulb doesn't fit in that base very well. Use our fully refurbished Premier bulb tester. Did a little video about that the other day. There's a link up there if you want to look at that video. Nothing. Maybe not. That is probably one of the nasty little Poundland bulbs I was going on about. Seemingly I have one. It works, so we'll try this. Pull the terminals out a bit. Now, that wasn't our issue. Wow. Why is that in there? That seems particularly bright for this kind of set of lights. I don't think that's the correct fuse bulb. And there we go. Oh, the fuse bulb is a bit on the dim side. Well, just so we can get this video sorted, we'll leave it in for now. So we had a couple of bulbs that were causing us issues. This needs to be blue, so we'll quickly do that on camera. You've seen me paint bulbs before. We've got our pink, blue, our orange, our green, our yellow and our red. So this set's looking good again. It's not the best quality set in the world. It's not a particular well-known brand, most likely some nondescript brand that's never existed beyond 1 year's worth of production, but it's the second set of lights I've ever owned, and the sentimental, which is always the best. But anyway, that's all I've got for you for this one. I hope you enjoyed this video, a little bit of general maintenance post-Christmas, and I'll catch you on the next one.